going back to dreams. So technically, I would just notice that like I would dream about things when I was like 7, starting to be like at 7 years old. I would dream about things and they would happen to me. But I was so confused at the time when I was 7 to like understand that it was like, I don't know if they're called deja vus or premonition dream. Like there's like another term for it. It just made me realize, I don't know, at a certain age that I was like, yo, time is not a thing. Like it's like time is a thing in our world, but it's like everything is one. So like time is one. Do you know what I mean? Like, you aging, it's all in one thing, and then you don't live in just this one timeline.
They always say like time is a construct, like some shit like that.
Yeah, that shit. I always get so confused. I don't even know what
I've heard
time
it before.
is.
I never understood
So
it,
I guess time is good for us humans to like be kind of. It's like to show us like
it gives us our
like direction. You know, like it's good for me to like know. Like I'm not gonna be like waking up when the sun's. You know what I mean? Imagine if it was the other way around.
Yeah,
where we would just be all alive and stuff at night, and we would just sleep when the sun was up.
That's how I am. Yeah,
hug the night shift.
Yeah, hug the night shift.
Some guys hugging the night shift.
Like seriously.
Shout out to the guys hugging the grave shift.
The graveyard shift.
Yo, Deja Vécu is when you fucking dream something and it happens in real life.
Okay, so like it would happen to me recently. Yeah, it's deja vu. I guess it's a French term. I remember vividly one time I was like in a classroom. This is in my dream. And I made a joke and everybody started laughing. And I started like laughing with the buddy beside me and everyone too. And I woke up that morning and I went to shower and I was like, yo, who, like I didn't know none of these people. I was like, why am I so like, because you can feel, in your dream you have feelings. You can feel the feelings. Like maybe you don't remember things, but when you wake up, you feel the feelings. You can remember the feeling that you felt in your dream. And then like, so weird. And then it's like, so I was feeling too comfortable. You know, I was around these people and I was like, my brain doesn't know any of these people that like are just like, you know, like full construct. Like it wasn't like a blurry thing. It was like real people. I went to shower and I just let it be. Fast forward like 6 months after, it was like I was in like my high school CF.
Holy fuck.
And then
Don't say what I think
I went to, no, it's true. And then I went to a next school for that. You know when I told you I had the year off? Yeah. I went to this next school called Etienne Brûlé and I was like selling t-shirt at the time. So I was making money while selling t-shirt. And it was my English class and I said something funny in English because I was French. And then everybody started laughing. So and then like I got like what happened, it's crazy. It's like the Spidey, I get like a Spider-Man sense. It's like a spider, like shiver.
Chills,
and then it's just like, what happened? And this is like an early day memory. And then I was used to this, but this is the crazy part. So it started happening to me so often that I was like, yo, this is so weird how like everything came about. Because at the time I was playing video games and I was playing Prince of Persia.
That's a big game, bro.
Big
Prince of Persia, man.
Prince of Persia, Ubisoft needs to bring that. I don't know if it was Ubisoft. I think it's Ubisoft. They need to bring that back somehow.
Yeah.
It was at the time where I was like on that game, and there was a phrase that really hit me. It was like, I think it was like one of those like, you know, like when they have those cut scenes, and then it was like the guy was just saying to the prince or whatever, it was just saying, you like whatever you do, you can never change your fate. So I don't know, I took that phrase super seriously.
That's deep.
So I was like, you can't change your fate. And then I don't know why like that phrase like directly connected with my experience with dream. I was like, every single time I have a deja vu, I don't control it. I go to bed, I'll dream about eating like a grape or like, you know, just like diving into this bowl. And I wake up and maybe it's a span of 2 weeks, 2 months or a year, I'll have the spidey senses and they'll come and I'll be like, oh my God, I remember this, you know? And then I'll be like, I'll do the exact same thing. So it went back to that phrase of the game, you can never change your fate. I told myself, I was like, yo, I'm like, this is like 8 and like 9. I told myself, I'm like, if you ever do the opposite of what you dreamed about, then you like broke the matrix to me. I was like, you broke it. Because, you know, to me, I was like, if you figure it out to dream about something, because I was like vividly remembering these things and I was like, wait, it's actually like I dreamed about this. You know, at first I was like, maybe I was thinking about it already, like, you know, and then like moments happened where I was like, no, this is fuck. Like, this is like, I was so in touch with myself that I was like, yo, like I dreamed about this thing, you know? And I was like, I need to do something different. So I started to like find a ways that I would like repeat, like when I get deja vu, spidey sense feeling,
Yeah.
I would do something that would be the same thing that I would do. Like the way I would like break, the way I would like understand to break it, I would have to do the exact same procedure.
Yeah.
You
I
know?
fuck it up.
Yeah.
So I do something crazy.
I know.
Right?
Put the
stuff here.
Yeah, so that's the thing. So I was like, what should I do? You know, I was like, should I just pull down my pants randomly? Should I just, and then like,
Shit, if you want.
yeah. So I was like asking myself all these things, and I was like, yo, you know what I should do? I should scratch my nail with another nail. Like this. It was weird to me. I was like, I never scratched a nail with the next nail. Like, I don't do this. You know, it's like
I've never, I didn't know humans could do that.
Yeah. No, I do it when I have like honey or some shit on my hand. But yo, fuck.
Yes, yeah. I
wash your hands.
You know, I don't even do that. I don't even know how I get honey on that shit. You know what I mean?
That's crazy.
So this is crazy. So
You're
if
the
you
sticky guy.
You're sticky over here.
So if you ever see me chilling, like I'm chilling with you, and like you just see me doing this, like if you're observing me and you just see my hand doing this, that's mean that I have a deja vu. That became such a thing that it got wired into me. You know, I didn't want to be in public and wild out, you know? So I was like, I need to do something that's so like
subtle.
It's subtle, but it's like it brings me back to like, hey, you're dreaming about this.
Yeah.
Think about what you should do next and trying to break the opposite.
Yeah.
I never knew how to feel about fucking deja vu because every time I'd say it to someone, like especially around this nigga, I'd be like, "Yo, deja vu." He's like, "Ooh, did I do this?" Nigga, like, stop.
So you don't. Those are like
So like I never knew how to. I never know how to do this shit.
Those are things that sometimes you don't talk about to people.
Remember this? Did I do this? No, but like I remember I went to Greece. I think I was in Greece and I had like I was driving and I had the craziest deja vu where I had to like stop. I was like, yo, this is too fucking weird. And like you get the chills because you remember it, but you don't remember like
why or where.
You just I just get that like so when you say you get goosebumps and shit, like I get a lot of goosebumps whenever I'm like, yo, deja vu, and I call it out, my eyes will get watery and shit. Like I'll start to cry. So not like cry, but like
this is why life is a playback.
Weird.
This is why I say, I swear to God, life is the playback.
I'm gonna tell you my theory after you tell me yours.
Because like you know what I say again, why life is a playback? It's like because you remember because you've been to this moment already. For me, I was like, there was no way in hell that like my brain would just think of something that I'd never seen. Like I wouldn't just like visualize like a whole environment that I've never witnessed or felt. It's like if I walked in this room and I felt that I dreamed it, I will remember that I dreamed about this and I can recall. I'm like, oh, this is crazy.
How long does it last? Like how long do spans usually?
The span of like feeling that, it could last like it's like a 30 to 40 second max, like at feeling it. That's and then I would do something and I would do, this is the crazy part, I would do something and then like maybe someone would come and talk to me. I was like, oh, like they're gonna talk to me. Like I remember it after. That's the thing. I never remember it. This is why I say life is a playback, because I remember it as I go. So imagine you're editing a video and then you shot something and you're playing it back. So you see that line when it goes to playing it back to like a minute.
Editing shit.
Editing shit. Yeah. So that's exactly how you remember. So you remember, your memory gets connected as you're living it. Yeah. You know? And that's what happened. But like you become aware of it at some point, you know, before you get connected, you become aware. So when I had my sense of awareness, that's when I used to scratch, because I would say that if I do something consistent, there's no way that I would do that all the time in my dreams. But what happened to me, one day it really fucked me up. One day I actually got fucked up. Is that
me too, bro.
To the point that like I stopped, like even now I like just accepted the way it was and I just made this whole theory when I was a kid, but I stopped messing around with trying to know too much, because I was like, maybe I'm not in the position, strong mental. I was in like I don't think I was mentally strong enough to know what was to go deep inside myself. To the point that like what happened to me was it really fucked me up. It's like I start scratching. I was dreaming one time, and in my dream I was scratching my nails like this. So that's when I was like, wait a second, why am I in my dream scratching my nails like this?
Yeah, head bust now. Yeah,
okay,
to just like Inception now.
Okay, but this is the thing. This is what I hated. I was like, what the fuck is Inception? Because when Inception came out, he had this little Beyblade blade thing. This little like 2P in French they call it like 2P. I don't know what it is. It's like those little like the top, circle, right? The top. The little circle thing. It was like a Beyblade.
Right? Yeah.
It's called that like spins around.
Top. Yeah, I think it's just called the top.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think so.
It's called the top still. Yeah.
I'm not trying to search, but anyways, we'll say it. Motherfucker, picture something spinning.
No, it's a top. It's a fucking kid toy. A top.
That's what they call it?
I know it means penis these days, but
Isn't it?
top toy.
Yeah, no, it's yeah.
Top.
That was so funny.
Yeah.
Your balls. You're like, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's like, isn't it?
Yeah, it's called a
Let's
top.
take a deep dive.
It's called spinning tops or forever spin titanium metal top.
Yeah.
Metal.
So it's like, what was weird for me was like the fact that he had that to remember that he was in his current
Yeah.
reality. And then I was like, wait, like this is the same thing as me scratching my nails to like kind of like pinpoint where I am, you know? And then it happened to me. And I let it fly because I was like, I let it fly because I didn't know that it happened to me. I couldn't confirm, you know, like it's just like your memory.
Yeah.
So, and then you're like, you wake up, you're living life, you're like taking in everything, you're absorbing everything, your brain is always changing. So I didn't really know. I was like, maybe I just thought about it, you know?
Yeah.
But I feel like when you like physically think about a dream, you tap it into a part of your memory that's so different than thinking about yesterday. It doesn't feel the same way when you dive back and you think about a dream. It doesn't feel like, oh, I had coffee with this person. Like it, I don't know. I can't explain it.
Yeah, I
but
heard it's like a different part of your brain that you're accessing. That's why you wake up and it's like your memory's sharp, but then as you go on, like,
Yeah,
you
it's
forget
different.
it. Like within 5 minutes, I'll forget legit 10 seconds. I'll fucking sit up and say, oh shit, what the fuck was that shit about?
Damn.
I know it's
Yeah.
scary, but I can't remember what it was.
But so
You guys are scaring me.
that's the crazy part. But what really like got me thinking about how I think about my theory of life is I was presented like an ultimatum in life. This was in like high school. So I was with 3 friends. I was walking at the time, and then I see like a Mac computer, like a old square Mac computer, and I pick it up. And as I'm walking, you know, like when sometimes like you're just walking on the street and then there's like a pad of grass, but it's like, you know, it's just like sidewalk. Like, you know, like imagine being in a park and there's like 2 pads of grass, you know, of like where people actually walk. So you can see, I'm not saying not grass, but just when people walk often in like same paths of like grass, that it creates roads.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
like little
You know,
dirt
like-
trails, and
like
shit.
dirt
Yeah,
trail.
I
It
got
just
you.
creates
Yeah.
dirt trail.
Yeah.
So there's like a road and there's like a dirt trail, and there's just 2. They all lead to the same place. It was just like short dirt trail. It was just like
Shortcut.
It's just like shortcut,
Yeah.
you know. But they all lead to the same thing. But it was just like 2 dirt trail like this. And then I was holding this Mac, and I can never forget this moment because I'm like, I stopped at the dirt trail, and there was only 2, and I had this fuzzy, spidey feeling. And then I was like, oh my god, I dreamed about this.
Holy shit.
And this is me thinking, right? I'm like, I'm saying this to myself. Oh my god, I dream about this. So I go on, I scratch my nails, you know, I do my procedure. I'm like, well, don't fuck this up, because I'm like, this is as easy as left or right, you know. I'm like, you take the left one, you take the right. And I was like, my heart started pounding, and this happened in the span of like 20 seconds.
Yeah.
You know, where I froze for like probably 7 seconds, hesitant for like, you know, another like 2, and then like made my move.
Were you trying to remember what you did in your dream?
Yeah. So I was trying to remember what I did in my dream. But like,
Yeah.
I'm living life. Life is going. So I'm like, I got to move, right? But I froze. Didn't know what I wanted to do. I like glitched out.
People
And-
are probably like, what the fuck's wrong with that guy?
Yeah. Like,
Just
but like,
standing
Why the fuck is he holding the old Mac?
But it was like, you know.
And why is his shirt off? And why is his back so tall?
That guy looks fucking lethal.
It's like Michael B. cut. They're like on set. But going back to the story, this is a crazy thing.
Yeah.
I'm like picturing now being on set. I was like, the whole thing. But so I had this Mac, and I had like the 2 pads. And I was like, what? And then this is the question I kept telling myself. I was like, which one did I take? Which one did I take? Which one did I take? And I was like, oh, I got to make a move. And I took the left one. And as I remember taking the left one, I'm like, fuck, I took the left one. I remember, like, I can feel it by moving, by doing the movement. I can feel that I was taking the left one. You know, I went home and stuff. And I was like, fuck, whatever. Just a normal day, normal deja vu, whatever. But one time I stopped and I was like, wait a second. So when I went to bed that night that I dreamed about this dream, I went to bed, and if I see everything that happens to me in the exact same way, so that's mean that when I went to bed, the Ellie in my brain that was me dreaming had the computer and walked and stopped to that pad. And what was I saying to myself in my dream? I was saying, fuck, 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 fuck. Which pad did I dream about? I was saying the same thing in my dream. Do you know what I mean?